Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Mandatory. Remember, if you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media channels. You'll see on the screen or even in the description the ways that you can connect with us. If you've already done that, we do appreciate you. Remember, we're on the audio side, wherever you find your shows, podcasts, you can find us there as well. Preview the second fight. I'm excited for this one, Brian. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is going to be just as entertaining as the first fight. The first fight, I think you could argue, was one of the best fights this year, if not the fight of the year. And the guys are running it back. I thought they'd take some time before they gave us a rematch, but they're hitting us with the rematch. What are the odds? I want to bring up the odds if you have them really quickly, because I think that's important. Obviously, Chris Eubank Jr. won the first fight. It was a back and forth fight, one of the most entertaining ones. And remember, these guys, their dads had history, right? There was a lot that went into this fight, but Chris Eubank Jr. ended up getting the victory in that one. And very, very entertaining fight. Do you have the odds up at all?
I'm pulling them up now. The book is giving me a hard time, but we're here. Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn. This is going to take place Saturday afternoon. So if you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, if you're stateside, just be aware of that, because it's going to be, again, at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So it's going to be in the UK.
Probably around like 2 o'clock on the West Coast, maybe.
Yeah, 5-ish for us. Yeah, afternoon.
So it says right there, Chris Eubank Jr. is a minus 174, and Conor Benn is a plus 138. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes are good because the screen's small right now. I will say that. By the way,
it's the way they made it look, honestly.
By the way, guys, Chris Eubank Jr. did win that by unanimous decision, if I'm not mistaken. He won the first fight by unanimous decision. All three judges
made it a little bigger. There we go.
Thank you. That's better for older people like myself.
Not old.
I do have 20/20 vision though. I gotta get my eyes checked.
I have glasses, so
okay, gotcha.
I need to update my prescriptions.
So I feel like this line is pretty fair, Brian.
Yes, I think 2-1 would be generous given the last. I don't find myself wanting to bet on Conor Eubank.
Conor Eubank. It's not even early on the East Coast. We've been talking for a long time though, and so sometimes that happens. Conor Eubank would be sick though.
I gave them a love child. They end their rivalry by. Let me not continue that analogy.
It's about to go left. Go ahead.
Method of victory: Chris Eubank Jr. to win by decision plus 175.
That's not bad. Those odds are good.
Knockout.
175.
Knockout plus 230. We almost got a stoppage last time, but I don't know about that. But we had several that just rocked over and over, like it was ridiculous. Draw plus 1300. Conor Benn. I almost did it again by points plus 410, and Conor Benn to win by stoppage plus 290. I think I'm rattled a little bit now. Do you think actually that? Because I was thinking about this. If I'm Chris Eubank Jr., I'm probably trying to box more this time. Like, I don't know if I want to get in that brawl again, especially because Chris Eubank Jr., like, he's been chinny in the past. He's been stopped. He did get rocked in that fight multiple times. Like, I'm not trying to have a war again. I feel like this is being built up because of that. Like, oh, this is going to be a war again. And if I'm Conor Benn, maybe that would benefit me. Although someone pointed out from BoxRec the other day on Twitter, hasn't dropped anyone since he tested positive for, not like
the power there.
Not a stoppage. He hasn't knocked down anyone since coming back. So.
But here is another thing too. Remember, there was a rehydration clause. There's also a rehydration clause in this one as well. They both can't be over 170 on the day of the fight. And a lot of people were saying the rehydration clause in the first one really affected a guy like Conor Benn. I mean, I don't know if there's truth to that, but rehydration clauses I hate in fights. I'll say that much. But
really, I actually don't mind them because I don't think it's right if you're I don't like weight bullies, right?
Oh, so I love weight bullies.
I
love that. It's like my favorite. I would be a weight bully. I would come into the fight like 15 pounds heavier. Like, I love that. Like,
I don't think 15 is weight bullying. I think
20, 25.
Like if you're like, I remember Canelo Alvarez fought Miguel Cotto. I forget what they weighed at. It was 155, 157. It was a catch weight. It was a middleweight title fight, but it was a catch weight because Cotto wasn't that big. He I think it was like 155. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or just, you know, but it was something to the effect of Cotto rehydrated to like 160 or the low 160s, and Canelo was like closer to 190. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Like this is ridiculous.
But
And if you
Brian,
look at
there's
the fight, like
yeah.
it was kind of even, except Canelo was just hitting him fucking harder because of the weight difference. But Cotto was
Okay,
actually boxing pretty well at times.
but here's the thing though, why I like a weight bully, because there's an art into like rehydrating to that. Like there's an art to it, right? Where they do that, where they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna rehydrate like
I
20
don't
pounds
like it.
heavier."
It's too
I
unsafe.
love it. I get that it's unsafe, but maybe that's why I like it.
You're
You know what I mean?
sick.
If I could do it on Undisputed, I would. Like,
Chris, you can. You just pay a price for it.
yeah.
You show up to the ring mad slow and shit. They penalize you, and I'm like, this is not what happens in David Benavidez fights.
Yeah.
Chris Eubank Jr. Unanimous decision plus 290. By the way, if you want to just run back the same thing as before by TKO plus 300, which mildly intrigued by. I think I might just watch the fight.
I think I'm just gonna bet on Chris Eubank Jr. winning by points. That's what I would do. Chris Eubank Jr. landed more punches in the first fight. I think he landed like 40% of his punches. For this fight, for Conor Benn to win this fight, he had some really good moments early on in that fight. He has to continue to get off to a good start. And he has to be more accurate with his punches. If he's able to do that, I think he can get the victory, but he has to be able to be more accurate, especially in those early rounds where he was seeing success. Also, stamina. I thought that Conor Benn was gassing out near the end. So
Yeah. I think it's funny that Conor Benn is plus 1100 to win just by knockout, because it's like we've seen Chris Eubank get stopped bad before.
yeah,
In terms of the punch stats, because you mentioned it, so overall, Chris Eubank Jr. outlands him. Damn, was that dramatic? 367.
yeah,
He landed out of 912. He did throw a lot more actually. And Conor Benn was 215 out of 593. So Conor Benn landed 36%. Chris Eubank Jr. landed 40% of his punches. And not much body work from either guy in
yeah,
totality. Both landed basically around 5 body punches per round, roughly. So not a ton there. And then in terms of just the punch stats round by round, like Chris Eubank Jr. basically had the advantage the entire time. Generally in terms of accuracy too, although I remember a couple spike rounds here for Conor Benn, rounds 8 and 9, where he lands
yeah,
over 40% of his punches in totality. Now, punch stats don't always indicate a fight, and the accuracy of punch stats, some people have put into question. There's also an AI, a punch
judge.
stat tracker,
Yeah,
a punch stat tracker now, an AI one that like is trying to do a better job of detecting this, but like Copybox still does it at like a ridiculously. I don't even know how they do this at such a high level now. So,
yeah,
look, punch tracking is hard in the moment, so you have to keep that in mind. That being said, this does reflect what we feel like we saw. Chris Eubank Jr. By the way, you mentioned Conor Benn losing stamina, or getting tired late.
yeah.
Chris Eubank Jr. from rounds 8 on through 99, 87, 104, 109, and 122 punches in each round. Like he got to 122 punches
Yeah.
thrown in a round. That's 180 seconds.
It's crazy.
Like every second or every, I'm trying to do the math in my head really quickly. It's just I'm tired. I had a late night. I went to sleep at like 2 after getting back for the Knick game. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. There were 122 punches in that. He went and got it.
Yeah.
I like Chris Eubanks to win in the rematch. That's where I'm at.
I think Chris Eubank, in terms of skill, is a good fighter. Like, I actually really like Chris Eubank Jr. And even in the 160-pound division, I think there's some interesting fights for him. I think he gets it done again against Conor Benn. But I think Conor Benn has, an ability to possibly adjust in this fight. It just depends how he starts off and how accurate he is in this fight. Is it going to be very similar to the first fight? I hope so, because it was very entertaining. In my opinion, it was action-packed the whole entire time. Stamina is going to be key. Accuracy is going to be key. But I think Chris Eubank wins by decision. What about you, Brian? How do you see this one going?
I probably lean decision also. I don't know if it'll be the same style, but I do think Conor Benn will feel like he should be pushing the pace. The interesting thing is this: FanDuel doesn't fully expect or know what to sort of do with the punches landed. So it's just mentioned Chris Eubank Jr. landed 367 punches in that last fight. If you don't think it's an anomaly, 350 plus punches landed is plus 470.
Yeah.
He got to 367 last time. 300 plus is 185. Like this does feel like if you do think we're going to get a similar fight, this feels like an exploitable market, because even 250 plus, which is
Yeah.
a fraction, a healthy fraction, but a fraction of what Chris Eubank Jr. landed last time, is minus 155. Then you go over to Conor Benn. Conor Benn total punches landed, and you could do it round by round. Oh man, okay, I might be throwing some money in this fight because this is interesting. I like the round by round betting. Conor Benn almost did it again. God damn it!
Oh my god, yeah.
Conor Benn landed 215 punches in the last fight. For him to get, well, apparently they expect Conor Benn to land more than he did, but Chris Eubank Jr. not so sure. 225 plus, so 10 more at least. Minus 145. So you get less value on Conor Benn there. You have to think Conor Benn's basically going to just push it more.
I think he will. He has to. Like, I really do. Like, I would bet on that. I think if Conor Benn to win the fight, he has to push more. He has to throw more punches, but land more punches. He has to be able to land more punches, be more accurate in this fight. And I think if he gets off to a good start, like he did last time, but continue that on, don't fade late, Conor Benn has a chance in this fight. And I think he'll land more punches.
Total knockdowns 1 plus, minus 192 plus, plus 175. I'm not touching either.
No, I'm not. But I think there might be a knockdown in this fight.
Maybe.
Because these guys like had an absolute war. Like they had a war last time. So I'm excited for this fight, Brian. We're both taking Chris Eubank Jr. to win by decision. If you're taking Conor Benn or if you're taking Chris Eubank, regardless, let us know. Drop in the comments who you're going to be taking for this fight and how you're going to be betting. Also, if you're taking Conor Benn by knockout, just drop your slip. We want to see it. And then we want to give you props.